Welcome back, comic book fans, to Comics Rediscovered, and the third video having a closer look at the books that I'm sending in for my grading experiment. I'm sending 5 books to each of the companies, 5 to CGC, CBCS, and PGX. Today we're going to have a closer look at the books that I'm sending into PGX and my reasoning why I'm sending anything to PGX. People don't seem to like them for some reason. So stick around, we're going to go over these books. Okay, so I have one PGX graded book. It's a Walking Dead Chromium 100. I picked it up for cheap on eBay. The price difference that everybody talks around CGC and CBCS, I don't necessarily see it when I'm looking at prices on eBay, but with PGX, I certainly do. The Walking Dead book, I think I picked up for $20 or $30. It's slabbed, it's 9.8, looks good on the wall. That's why I grabbed it. But why am I sending my own books into PGX? Part of it is experiment, and part of it is, they have got cheap prices, and for books that, I don't ever plan to resell, that are staying in my collection, just books that I like, the price is hard to ignore, and we'll see. I send in 5 books. It doesn't cost too much because the price at PGX is so much lower that if I get these 5 books back and it sucks, no big deal. I learned a lesson. But if they come back and PGX's cases hold up, their labels hold up, the pricing seems to be pretty good, then that makes a compelling case for using PGX as a grading service. So, which books am I sending in? Obviously, the Control book, Far Sector number 1. And then the rest, like I said, are books that I like. So, Spawn 300. I loved the Spawn series when I was younger. Obviously, being an 80s and 90s kid, Spawn was at the right time. And getting back into comics, they were just gearing up towards 300 last year. And I picked this up. I think this is the best of the 300 covers. This is the, I think it's the Alexander variant. Nice heavy book, nice stock, nice flat. It should grade pretty well. I think that is a dope cover, and it's going to make a really nice wall book. All right, moving on. SpiderMan. This is First Amazing Bagman. It's also, I think, part of the explainer for the symbiote suit, and just has a really dope cover. So this is a book that I actually picked up when I was a kid from the comic store. I was digging through the bins. This is 1984. So this was actually in the back bins when I was digging through the comic store one day, and the comic store clerk, because I was in there every day, or not every day, every week, digging through books, not necessarily buying any of the higher graded books. I might buy something off the new rack, but never really anything from the back catalog. And he made some comment about, please don't just pull out all the books and look at them and put them back if you're not going to buy something. So I saw this one, and this grabbed my attention. It was $9, I think, that I picked this up for in, would have been like 1992, 93. So for a while, this was the most expensive book that I had at that point because I was mostly buying new stuff off the racks. This is maybe the first back catalog book that I've ever purchased. So this is going into PGX because of the sentimental value of it. It's also a dope cover. Like, that's an awesome cover right there with the 2 suits vying for Peter Parker. Next up, Silver Surfer 1. This is the second volume series, 1980, I believe, or 81. Great Surfer cover, him standing there with his board. This is a book that I picked up from a local collector. This guy bought it directly off the shelf, and I have a feeling he bought 2 copies. He probably bought a reader copy and then a copy that he put away. This is an almost immaculate book. It's got one little ding up here in the corner, but this is in the 9s for sure. 9.4, 9.6, I would hope. But again, a nice book to have up on the wall. Great Silver Surfer art. And then the last book that I'm sending in, I like Scotty Young stuff. I especially like Scotty Young Spider-Man stuff. Life Story is kind of one of the books that got me back into comics recently. I love that series. I have the trade paperback. I'm collecting as many of the Life Story variant covers as I can. I have the whole series, but not all of the variants yet. And my wife also likes the kitty look to it. So this is a good book. I like that cover, kind of a funny cover for the Life Story series. So this is going in, and then this will go up on the wall with some of the other Spider-Man books. So there you go. There's the books that I'm sending in. Lots of personal books. Just stuff that's going to stay in my collection. So leave a comment below. Let me know, what is the first back issue that you ever bought? Interested to know what everybody did for their first back issue book. So leave that comment below. Don't forget, like the video. It helps the channel a lot. Subscribe if you want to catch more of the videos. And if you want to see how the experiment turns out, sending in these books to PGX.